Pastor Josiah did a collaboration along with a couple others, and you can tell us this, but you were a producer and or co-producer on the #1 Christian album in the world right now.
Yeah, I don't know when this podcast is live, if it will still be, but today I am producer and co-producer for the #1 album, which is Jesus Lo-Fi Volume 1 by Forrest Frank and the Lo-Fi Christian. If you are a faithful listener,
I'm downloading it right now.
If you are a faithful listener,
you haven't downloaded it yet, bro?
Right now, but I
had it
have
on it staff.
just in case you don't have service. Yeah, just in case you're flying, which it doesn't even matter if you're flying because you got on-flight Wi-Fi thanks to T-Mobile, at least on Delta. Yeah, it's crazy. We've gotten like 1.5 million streams since Friday, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
I've been writing instrumental music since high school, and never did I think people would listen. I mean, you always hope that, but people are actually listening now. So it's crazy. Thank you, Forrest, for giving us a shot and releasing this with us. There's a lot of details there, but I don't know how much you want to know.
Well, so who is the Lo-Fi Christian? Is it you? Is it a group?
My name is Josiah Christian, but I am not solely the Lo-Fi Christian. The Lo-Fi Christian is...
You can see why that's confusing. Though.
It is, yeah. It actually, they were telling me like, man, if you want to make your own name and literally just use your name, Josiah Christian, that really helped the algorithm for all Christian music, which does make sense. My dad's name is Joe Christian, and people legitimately sometimes think it's fake because like, yeah, your average Joe Christian.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, the Lo-Fi Christian, I've talked about this a long time ago. If you're a faithful listener, that I'm a writer for the Lo-Fi Christian. What does that mean? There are about 5 of us at different times. There have been different people who are producers. First off, I'm a full-time pastor. I'm a father, and I've been a musician my whole life. I mean, since I was 8 years old, I got my first guitar, and I loved in the last few years, I've had this awesome creative outlet to be able to make a little bit of money with one of my hobbies where I can write music and publish those songs through the artist name, the Lo-Fi Christian. So I am a producer of a handful of producers. We all write for the Lo-Fi Christian. Now, with that said, this project specifically, sometimes we will like brainstorm different ideas we have for either songs or for entire projects. Like one of my good friends and co-producer on this project, Manny Lou, shout out Manny. If you listen to River Valley Ages, he's the guitar player for River Valley Ages.
Great guy.
I remember years ago, I was Manny's youth leader at the Egan campus. He was homeschooled and went to New Life Academy youth group, but they didn't have youth group in the summertime. So they would come to Egan, and he and I got to know each other. I gave him guitar lessons. When I was living up with a buddy up in White Bear. He was getting guitar lessons from me, and now we're co-writing an album for Forrest Frank, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyway, he's done some hymn albums. We've done some different things. I proposed a few months ago, hey, we listen to Forrest Frank all the time. We're the Lo-Fi Christian, but we mostly do worship songs. And I said, what if we do a Forrest Frank album? Either we can do Child of God Part 2, or we can just do some of his greatest hits. Dan Musselman, who I work for, Dan Musselman is a pianist and also created this secondary artist profile, the Lo-Fi Christian. So we all work for him. He is so generous, so much integrity. He's taking such a small portion of this, even though none of this would have happened if it weren't for him and his connections.
He has a pretty big channel of his own too.
Yeah. So Dan Musselman, if you look that up, you've probably listened to it. If you're a Christian, you've ever listened to instrumental music, you've probably found Dan Musselman. He's got nearly 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify alone. So he's grown a really big piano-based, just like worship cover and some originals. Find him on YouTube. Anyway, the Lo-Fi Christian, he started, and the last few years I've been writing for this. So I had this idea. Crazily, somebody connected us with Forrest, and Forrest said, you won't believe this. I was just thinking about what if we did Forrest Frank songs, lo-fi versions yesterday. So this must be the Holy Spirit. And so literally it must have been the Holy Spirit that I was inspired to do this idea. At the same time, Forrest was inspired to do it. And so when we got connected, it was like, maybe we should do this together. So a few months go by of us talking with him, writing songs. And so we've got 10 tracks. It's volume 1. So
there's more coming.
There should be more coming.
That's awesome.
I don't know when, but it's really awesome that we get to do this. And it's been something that like me and Anthony have been talking about it for a few months because it felt surreal to me. And even until last Friday, we were all out of town, and it's like, I think this is actually happening. Like it actually was coming together in the final moments. Crazy. And so,
well, congrats on it.
Yeah,
it's
thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, bro. It's
Check it out. Jesus Lo-Fi Volume 1.
Oh, yeah, I had it on last night at the house. We had it on this morning at Crosstown. We're representing.
Just ramping up those streams.
Just go ahead and just leave it on.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave it going.